Come on, BTC. Hello and welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Brogan and I am with Mike.
Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, I believe it's 17th of February. It's just gone 11 a.m. Central European time. We had a few problems with me being invisible for a couple of minutes.
He came from the toilet and then his chair was invisible. I don't know why.
Invisible. Well, we're here today. So we have a busy day as always. So we're going to try and get through things as quickly as possible. We're going to take a look at BlackRock again. When do we not ever look at BlackRock? We're going to look at Uniswap, Dog with Hat, or whatever it's called, which is a meme coin. We're going to take a look at a few other bits and pieces. Brogan's look at MicroStrategy. Might even do some stock TA on stream.
On Crypto Warehouse.
First time for everything. And then at the end of the show, we're going to have the quiz. We've also got some X-Files, which are little snippets, which are not really anything that we want to talk too much about, just something to fill in the beginning of the show. And then, of course, we start with some shout-outs and, of course, the markets. So good morning to, I believe, Solo Sky is there. I believe Mags is there. Who else is in chat?
Many other people. Dogs and Cats is here as well. He was from, I believe, or the first time I've seen him from one of my Simple Signal streams.
Simple Signals, there we go.
Welcome to you. Dogs and Cats this morning. Someone, I think it's called Hector, or Heck_Tour, said, can I ask a question? Yes, you can ask a question. Although, make sure you put it a couple times because there's a lot of chat going on in Binance.
Yeah.
So do make sure you paste it a couple times. But yeah, you can ask a question.
Yeah. And one other thing, very important, there's been a lot of consternation amongst Binance streamers saying that people are recording streams and looping them over and over again. So to prove that we're really here, we don't have a newspaper with today's date on it. So
I've got my phone.
But you have your phone, exactly. But if you have questions to ask us in chat. We can then answer you in chat and then prove that we are really here and we are not AI generated, because I know these good looks over here and Brogan over there are
mainly over here.
AI generated. We can look AI generated, but we're actually genuinely here. So should we start with the markets?
Markets, yes.
What have we got? 51,750 for Bitcoin, I think.
He goes to the toilet and checks the price constantly before it. There we go. Okay, so
I go to the toilet and check I've got all my faculties before we go live.
Yeah. No, there's about 4 jokes I had in my head, but I didn't want to.
You've self-censored.
Yeah,
that's the best thing to do.
Bitcoin 51.7.
Oh, 51. That was close, wasn't I?
Yeah. 7 day 9.7%. Yeah, it's going up pretty good. 1 hour. What? This is, you can tell what's going on with Bitcoin. 24 hour 0.26% movement. So nothing's really happening.
Nothing's happening.
So we have a lot of charts to look at, but we don't. We were going to go as we were going. So I'm probably not going to look at the Bitcoin chart.
No,
because we look at it so often. I'm going to be looking at it on Monday anyway. So
all I'll say is, as I say to you, is when Bitcoin crabs, it's like creating a step on the stairs. It's like making a lot of steps on the stairs. So when Bitcoin does retrace, maybe we stay at 51.7 all weekend, and then maybe next week we go to 53,000. But then when the price retraces, 51.7, 51.8 becomes a good level of support because we've spent 4, 5, 6 days there. So this is what we want to see. This is healthy for the market. And what we should see as well, Brogan, is we should see the alts start to pump now, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
If we get a stable, crabby Bitcoin, it gives the altcoins time to catch up. So we should see some decent movement in the altcoin market over the next couple of days, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
What are we at? 1.95 trillion now. See, that's gone up an awful lot since last Saturday's stream, I think.
Yeah, what market cap? Yeah, 1.94 trillion.
We're almost at 2 trillion.
Yeah.
When we were doing these streams last September, we were under 1 trillion. To put that in, to where we are now, we've doubled in 5-6 months. It's crazy. It's crazy. And Bitcoin dominance, what's that? 52.5?
52.5, yeah.
Yeah, 52.5. Nothing's changed. That's why I'm able to guess these things, because they're exactly the same as they were on the stream. And don't tell me, is ETH 16.7 or 17.2?
17.2. He's got this knowledge points floating around his head. He just has these phrases.
It's all in here. It's all in here.
He's got 2 phones, by the way.
It's all in here. My other phone's over there.
Yeah. I'm just stating a fact. I'm just saying. Okay.
I repeat the same thing every day. It's like insanity, repeating the same thing, expecting a different outcome. But Bitcoin hopefully isn't going to move too much this weekend. Right, so we should do some X-Files, because one of them is a question for the audience. This is audience participation, and we need some music for that. You've got all these bells and whistles, and you just don't press a button.
No, we're professionals.
I'm a professional.
I am more professional.
He's not a professional.
I'm professional squared.
He's the oracle.
I'm better. Okay, if you're in Bitcoin and crypto before the institutions hit the light. Oh, okay. Right, I was wondering why you posted this. What the hell's the point of this? Hit like button and comment what were your first 2 coins purchased and when.
So, I know you're watching out there. We know you're on YouTube. We know you're on Binance. Comment in the comments, what were the first 2 cryptocurrencies you bought and what year did you buy them? So I'm going to start us off. Brogan can go second. I think it was Bitcoin first, 2016, 2017. And then the second coin, I can't quite remember. I think it was Litecoin. They were the first 2 coins I bought. And that was 7 or 8 years ago. 8 years ago, maybe. Something like that. What were your first 2 coins?
I think it was Solana. Or I think Ethereum was first.
Yeah.
Because that went in like an area and kind of got stuck and like got left. Obviously not good. Nag on about it. But so I think the first was probably Ethereum. Is like the main coin, of investment. Because like Ethereum, obviously it was not a joint thing, because this was before kind of I got really into crypto. So more so my main coin was Solana. That's why I said it first.
Yeah.
Which was what I actually got interested in, and actually went out and invested in myself. But yeah, my first 2 would be Ethereum and Solana.
Ethereum and Solana. Good show. So I put comment in the comments what you've put. I've got one here, which is literally just popped up, which is ADA and ETH with the first 2 coins. Not a bad choice. ADA is one of those coins. It's like a stable coin for a year. It doesn't really move. And then all of a sudden, you'll wake up one day and it'll be $3. And that's what ADA always does. Did it in the last bull market. It's one of those coins. It's always the last one to pump because it lacks that sex appeal like Solana or Arbitrum or Optimism or anything like that. But we'll move on while you put your comments below. What is next?
Next is BlackRock's Bitcoin holdings, January 1st, 2024, 0. February 15th, which is 2 years ago, 115,989 Bitcoin, aka 116,000 Bitcoin.
So they've bought half of the total ever supply of Bitcoin in a month. That's what they've done in 1 month. So expect that figure to be somewhere in the region of 4 to 5% by the end of the year. Expect BlackRock to hold. I would conservatively say 500,000, 600,000 Bitcoin minimum, and then maybe 1 million Bitcoin by the end of the year. That's what I would expect BlackRock to hold. And simply because they've just got the buying power. And I think we've got an article about it later on, so we'll carry on. Right, what's next?
We have.
Oh, Mags has said Bitcoin and stacks, August 2023. So you're coming up to your 1 year in crypto, Mags. That's actually quite a long time for most people. By 2025, the end of the bull run, you'll be an old hat. Not an old hag, I said old hat.
I don't laugh at that. Here are crypto's top projects sorted by notable GitHub activity in the past 5 days. So that is like pull requests and whatnot. Basically, people interacting and building upon projects.
I thought you'd like this one.
Yeah, as a person myself. ICP.
Yep.
ADA.
Yep.
2. Dot.
Yep.
Kism.
Yep.
OP.
I think that's Kasama, isn't it?
Yeah, Kasama.
Yeah.
Hedera.
Yep.
SNC.
Yep.
Atom.
Yep.
ETH and Sui.
So why this is important is you want your chain to be developed on. You want your projects on your chains to be built out. Not going to go into a big discussion about it, but look at the top two, ICP and ADA. They are the two top chains for commits. What period was it again? Was it January?
30 days.
Yeah, okay, so the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
ICP and ADA are the top two chains. Think about that as well in terms of making your investment decisions, because at the end of the day, they're your decisions, they're not our decisions. We're just here to give you our opinion.
Exactly.
Never financial advice. ICP and ADA. I've been talking about ADA for months. I've been talking about Polygon for months. Those coins are going to rip. ICP is in our $15,000 portfolio. It's already up 250, 300%. Just have a look at the coins. Do your own research. Right, what's next? Anything else on the X-Files?
Yes, a lot.
One more?
Nope, 2 more.
Really?
Yeah.
We've done a lot of X-Files today, haven't we?
Yeah. Bitcoin behaves as it should. Healthy. Funding rate is extremely high, which means market has more longs than shorts open. Liquidate them and push higher for the next leg up. This is what I've been saying.
This is what you've been
This is
saying.
what I've been saying.
And this is why I've included it for you. So you can make the point.
Finally.
When prices...
So what? I'm going to go to the Bitcoin chart.
You go to the Bitcoin
You know what, I'll
chart.
show you what I've been talking about, yeah.
You go to the Bitcoin chart. I'm going to explain to people what this is about.
I hope you haven't deleted it all. 'Cause it was wrong.
So when there are more long positions than there should be, you get a flush. The longs get liquidated and the price will correct down maybe $2,000 and it flushes out all the longs. Similarly, when you have so many people shorting Bitcoin, you long the market, the price goes up and it will short squeeze everybody and they'll all get wiped out. Our market shouldn't be too over leveraged with longs or shorts. Neither of them are great for the market. Because we're going up at such a rapid speed, we're going to see a correction. Now, I don't think the correction is going to be below 50,000 to 50,004. Can't remember what you said.
5,280.
5,280. So that's my bottom line. It's not going to go to 36,000, 35,000 or anything like that. It's just going to get rid of all the longs in the market. And then we might crab a little bit above 50,000 or maybe 49.8. We'll crab there for a while and then we'll move back up. That is a possible scenario. Not saying it's going to play out. It's a possible scenario. Right, what?
Just found a fair... this is not related to anything to do with this, right?
Yeah.
I've found a fair value gap and the midpoint, which is where you go to, is the pinpoint price of where I said it should go to. So, just point that out.
So 50,300, did you say?
280.
50,280. If we have the correction in the next couple of days, which I don't know whether we're going to have it over the weekend. I think it's more likely going to happen Monday or Tuesday, because you have fake out Mondays, as they're called, where the price will shoot up and shoot down in the space of a very quick time. So what we could see on Monday is we could see our wick down to 50,280, liquidate all the longs, and then BlackRock and the ETFs will just come and suck all of that liquidity back out of the market and push the price back up. So we could see what we saw with the CPI news the week before last, where the price rocketed down and then came straight back up again. We could see that kind of action.
Yeah, I mean, when I was doing it live, that's kind of what I was aiming to look at, because I noticed like the movement with, not just like the movement in general, but the amount of candles it took to move.
Yeah.
They were like 1-to-1.
Yeah.
So at the time, obviously I was saying it at the time, I'm saying it now. I always say it every time I draw TA, I say whenever I draw paths, it's never really time related. It's more of a movement relation.
Yeah.
So I was saying like, you know, we're gonna, you know, we had this movement up. We're gonna crab.
Yeah.
We're at some point gonna come down to 5,280.
Yeah.
I was convinced it would happen more sooner rather than later, but it hasn't. And then we're gonna go back up. And then once we reached back towards 51.8, we were gonna see a big pump upwards, which is what this has all been basically saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, again, not really time related, but more so just. Like,
right. What's next?
So quick look. It is the last one, the Jupiter one, which you said that I should.
This is the breaking news one. So we've talked a lot about Jupiter. We've made a lot of videos on our YouTube channel. Quick reminder, if you are watching us, please smash the like button. We're at 95,500 followers. So we're only 4,500 people away from 100,000. What does that mean? It means we can get more AMAs. It means we can get more sponsorships, which means we can give you more prizes.
I can buy another my Lamborghini.
And Brogan can buy his Lamborghini. Yeah. So next Wednesday night at 7 p.m, we have the SWGT AMA. It's in the Binance calendar now. It's in the YouTube calendar now. We're going to be giving away $50 from SWGT on the night. You're going to have to do 2 things to enter the competition. That's it. And the money will be paid to your Binance ID. Can't say further than that. So smash the like button, give us a follow on Binance, and go over to our YouTube channel, Crypto Warehouse, and give us a follow over there. Try and get us to 5,000 as soon as possible. And then ideally want to be at 10,000, 9,000 by the end of the year. Right.
So with these screenshots, so I'll read the quick blowout. I'll read the screenshot. I'll read the screenshots which have the most, because the number on the side I believe is like the consensus of it.
I think there's 19, isn't there? 19 that we've got to vote on.
Yeah. But as in like this number here, there's no like legend for it, but I believe it's some sort of like rating scale.
Yeah.
So we'll read out the big ones, or the ones I'm interested in. But since LFG applications opened, 19 awesome projects HV have introduced themselves, detailing their own origin story, product, and vision. Lots of awesome discussions are happening in the forum and Discord. Come join in. But let's quickly look at the screenshots. So, I'm going to read these 3, or these 4, and then I'm going to go to the next screenshot. So. Actually, no, probably not these 4. We've got clone protocol application for LFG Launchpad. Not sure what that entails, but it's been not as highly related as some other ones, but it's in comparison to the majority of these, highly rated. The one which I was actually quite interested. There's two interesting ones on here for me, which was Lost, a detective dog on Solana blockchain. Now it doesn't give like a big description, but it seems very interesting.
A meme coin, is it? Is this a meme coin?
It could be. But I thought it was going to be like a
detective,
like the Solana, like what's it called? The Explorer, like a Solana Explorer, but in terms of reading transactions and finding them.
Okay. Oh right, I know what you mean.
I've assumed that based on the fact that it's a detective dog. It could very well just be a meme coin. I'm reading too far into it because there's no blurb on these images. We could go to the website, but this is just part of the Twitter area. So, and then the other one was actually there's 2 more. This one has 0 votes. I think this is votes. I'm not sure. This number, but I'm going to assume it's votes. It has 0 votes. Beats coin, reliving a Bitcoin on Solana. So that is interesting to see. But this other second one, which I again don't really know what it's about, but sounds pretty interesting, is Sourceful, decentralized virtual power plant. Don't know what that means.
No idea.
Okay, but now let's actually move on to the interesting ones. So these have like 22, 15. These are like big ones now.
Yeah.
So introducing D-Bridge to LFG. So there's probably a bridging system, but on LFG. So that's great. But it's not like breaking barriers, but is very important. There's 2 ones which are kind of similar here. There's banks.gg, peer-to-peer perpetual NFT loans. And then there's Sharky, #1 NFT lending protocol.
Yep, Sharky has been around for a while. So that's an actual established project.
Right.
So the reason this is important and the reason Brogan's going through them with you is that if you have Jupiter, the Jupe token, which was the airdrop that we've covered since November last year, if you own that, you will be able to take part in the vote on which of these projects should be joining the launch pool. The launch pool works exactly the same way that the Binance launch pool works, where if you stake your BNB for a period of 10 days, 5 days, whatever it might be, you get your pixels, you get your XAI tokens. Jupiter, which is a decentralized exchange, you can buy the token on Binance, you can get it on many other platforms. By holding that token in a Phantom wallet or whatever and taking part in these votes, you get these tokens for free. So you will be getting regular airdrops on Jupiter of these tokens. That's why, I mean, out of these 19, you might see 5. You might not see all 19, you might only get 5 of them. But the point of the matter is, they're valid projects, they're being voted on by a DAO. You're part of that DAO, so you get your vote, and then you'll get your airdrop of these tokens. So it's like it's not quite a perpetual airdrop, but it's a perpetual airdrop of different tokens. All you need to do is participate in the vote. So massively bullish on Jupiter. We're not sponsored by Jupiter. We haven't been paid by Jupiter. I've been buying that token. It's the only token I've been buying for the last month. Well, this year, it's the only token I've been buying, and I'm massively bullish on it. I think it's going to get somewhere near the market cap of Uniswap, which we're going to talk about again in a minute. And if it does that, it will 7x in price just to get to the price of Uniswap today, let alone what it's going to do in the bull run. It's the biggest decentralized exchange on Solana, which is the 4th largest blockchain in the world. So put it into context, it's not even a $1 billion market cap project at the minute. It should be 3 or 4 billion. That's how much it has to grow just to catch up before the bull run. Anyway, moving on.
Because Fran asked in Binance, how do we vote? I was just quickly going to the research area, and I linked to Lost. It's actually you go ask them in Telegram for an audit of a project.
Wow.
For either 12 hours or 48 hours. And I assume the fees are paid in Lost.
That's very good.
And you basically talk to them in Telegram. But in terms of voting, if I go back quickly.
I can tell them how it's going to work.
Yeah.
So if you're part of a DAO, whether it be Jupiter or whether it be Luna, whether it be anything else that's based on a DAO, they'll just have a central portal, you go to that central portal, you'll be able to get, I think it's jupe.gg, but go and get the proper link anyway. There'll be a link on there that'll say DAO. And what happens is, if you're part of a DAO and you stake enough tokens, you can actually make your own request on that blockchain. And it doesn't matter whether it's Jupiter or not, it can be anyone. And then people vote on it. And if enough people vote, depending on what the rules are, 66%, 70% of people pass it, it happens. Now, there's a few, Kronos Chain, for example, voted very recently to increase its rewards by 1/3. That went through a public DAO vote, that got passed. The Kronos Chain is now paying out 1/3 more tokens. With Jupiter, they will just have a page and you will go down and be able to say yes or no. And you connect your wallet, your Phantom wallet, so it knows how many tokens you've got. And for each token, you get 1 vote. So you might need 150 million votes to pass. And if you hold 1,000 tokens, you have 1,000 votes in that DAO. It's very simple. It's just like an online quiz, online questionnaire where you go down, you press yes, no, yes, no. If you don't like that particular project, you just press no. Very simple, very simple. And I've voted for many things on different chains. Marinade Finance has its own DAO as well. You can vote on there. So it's just giving people the opportunity to vote. The downside is, if somebody holds 20-25% of the tokens and they only need 51% to pass, it just needs them and 26% of the rest to vote. So it can be skewed, which is why you need decentralization of the tokens. And that's another reason why a lot of people say, why are they giving the tokens away for free? The reason is that they want to become decentralized. They want their tokens to be decentralized. If they put them on an open sale and Brogan goes and buys $1 million worth of the token and gets 75% of the tokens, he can do what he wants with the project.
Yep.
If they're airdropped to 50,000 people, you have 50,000 other people to make that decision. The same with decentralization of proof of stake or proof of work. You need miners around the world, you need validators around the world, and they all get a vote. It's the same with this. This is the way to decentralize your token. If you do a private sale, it goes to 6 people. If you do an airdrop through Jupiter, it goes to 50,000 people. That's the difference. Next. Sorry.
So I'm just moving all the 14 things I've got to do and press all the buttons before we can move on.
What's next? I need a drink. I need to drop a red box, don't I?
Yeah, the BlackRock, first article.
I don't know what that one's about.
BlackRock may add more Bitcoin to its portfolio if investors' comfort grows. The firm is cautiously optimistic about Bitcoin's future potential as an asset class. BlackRock is open to the possibility of increasing its Bitcoin exposure, but several factors such as adoption and public trust need to be addressed first. Rick Ryder, BlackRock's global chief investment officer of fixed income, said in an interview with Wall Street Journal. Ryder oversees $2.6 trillion in fixed income assets and at the globe's largest asset management firm. I think that time will tell whether it's going to be a big part of asset allocation framework. I think over time people become more and more comfortable with it. Also, today it's pretty volatile, and we use it for when we think there's some upside potential, more of like an option or something on something, because if there's more and more receptivity, now we will have more vehicles that people can utilize to get more comfortable with owning it and buying it and selling it and liquidating it. Jesus, this guy.
I know.
As you get more and more people that adopt it as an asset, we think the upside potential is real, which has been recognized recently.
So all I'm going to say to you is, and we haven't talked about this, I don't think we talked about this last week, is the white swan that happened and we didn't really expect to happen is now that Bitcoin and the Bitcoin ETF is a it's a fund you can now buy, it's now becoming part of other different funds. So what you've got is you've got like 401k retirement funds, and they're now adding 1% of the entire portfolio. They're adding 1% of the Bitcoin ETF to their portfolio. So the demand for the ETF isn't just from people buying the ETF directly, it's now coming from all the pension funds. That's trillions of dollars. Now, I know it's not trillions of dollars going into Bitcoin, but 1% of trillions of dollars is an extra 50, 60 billion that hasn't even come to the market yet. So it's absolutely crazy. And I don't want to give an outlandish price prediction because everyone's still expecting this correction. And 60% of me says this correction is never going to happen. You know, the 30% correction, I think we've seen it.
Oh, you mean to all those mentors on Twitter who are saying we're going to have this magical lunar moon thing and then we're going to 35k?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Because the issue is we've already had a 26% correction when Vanguard and Grayscale had that problem. We already came down 26%. Are we going to do it again? I can't see why. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing, you're going to do the charts now, aren't you?
Yes.
I am banning everybody.
I'll quickly look at Bitcoin.
You quickly look at Bitcoin.
However, I've been inadvertently asked to speak slower. So I'll make a conscious effort to speak clearer and slower for everybody who isn't on the wavelength of me, who can't conceptualize language as fast as my massive head.
Who said that?
Maxim said, Brogan, please speak faster, lol. AKA, Brogan, please speak slower. Which is okay. It's fine. I understand the limitations. You know what? Let's go on to
Do you know what he's doing now? He's digging one
big hole.
Huge
I'm stopping talking before I get myself in trouble.
Have we got a pause thing, by the way, on the stream?
No, you're going to have to be raw and rural and just walk out the door.
No, not for that.
Oh,
I was going to ask you a question, but I'm not going to ask it on the stream.
I can mute the microphones.
No.
Okay. So, Bitcoin. I'm not going to take too much time to look at this, seeing as though I've looked at it many a time before.
Talk faster.
I will speak a bit faster, like this.
Because I'm in the room with him, and I'm going to want to lamp him if he talks like that.
I've already talked about this a couple times before. Basically, because since the start of this movement, which was 14th February, so Wednesday, obviously I didn't stream yesterday, but we're speaking today, and I'm going to speak about it on Monday.
It's a part-timer.
Not part-timer, you literally told me, it's okay, don't stream. I was like...
So I told you not to stream last night, so I could call you a part-timer on the stream today. That was my long play.
Right,
don't stream tonight. Don't stream. Go and play Killzone 2. Go and have some fun.
2.
Who?
Helldivers 2.
Helldivers 2.
If any of you guys played that,
go and play Helldivers 2. Have a
good.
good night. Knowing that he was going to go and have a good night, so today I could say you're a part-timer because you didn't stream last night. That's the long game.
We're streaming today, so it doesn't matter. But I have looked at it on Wednesday, and it hasn't really changed since. We're kind of just in this range. Obviously, you know, we literally broke out of the range by like 0.5%. And you were literally like, oh my God, you're wrong. And then we literally came all the way back down into the range again. So we've just been in this range, which is fine. So I could probably extend this line, keep it going on there. But I'm still standing by my my guns, if you will. I'm still standing by my statement where we're doing this crab situation. We're going along.
Can you drag the screen to the left so people can see the price? Because there's no price.
The big
on the
price.
screen. Yeah, the big price, because no one can see the prices.
But the red ones.
Yeah, but nobody can see that without a microscope or a 76-inch.
Well, I'm sorry
television.
you can't see anything because you're literally looking on the smallest screen.
There's no price.
There is a price. You can see it.
Where?
The red text.
There we go. Now people can see. You got to remember, Mags
Honestly.
can not only understand what you're saying, Mags can't see what you're saying either. You have to bear that in mind.
Anyways, we're going to be in this range, and then at some point we're going to go down to $50,276.87.
Yeah.
And then come back up, and then when we reach the 51,850, we're then going to have two candles of God who are going to bring us up to 52.850 whatever, 52.4.
I've got 55 in the lottery. I've got 55 on my bingo card. 55.
Well, we've got two resistance points at 52.57 and 52.814, courtesy of something's the best indicator on TradingView.
Yeah.
But you know, these green candles will give us enough push to break these.
Yeah.
So at that point, there's not really much keeping us above. So that's why I said 50. I was going to say 53, but that is above those two resistance points. But you know, we'll most likely see some sort of resistance there, but probably breaking above it. But it's just a matter of time before we fall. And then once we fall, I mean, I'm not gonna wager the fall and the rise. I'll wager the rise. So once we start falling, I'll have a limit long for 50,300 whatever.
I was about to say, I can't remember who said in stream yesterday. I don't remember if it was Mags or whether it was Jason. They wanted an entry price for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I think I was saying if we really do come down, then 47 and 42, something like that. And they're like the worst case scenarios. But 50,500 would be a good place to place a buy order, not financial advice, to place a buy order when we get this wick. Because it could be an hour. This could be an hour. Straight down, straight back up again. It could be a day. We don't know.
Yeah, I'd just put in, I'd set yourself up for success, where I'd just put a limit order in at 50,300, not financial advice, is what I'll be doing. I'm actually probably going to do this after the stream, when I can like do it on the on the browser. I will go on to about 50,300, put a limit order there, put a take profit, probably back where we are right now. Obviously, and then we could probably break upwards, but all I know is that when we reach this point, we're going to go upwards. From all I know, I'd rather be conservative than moving upwards.
Yeah.
However, if we do go upwards, it'll be like a 3.5% move upwards, let's say.
Yeah.
So, you know, get 10x on that, 35%, not too bad.
Not too
especially if you're not really doing too much.
at all. Not for the big asset either.
Exactly. And a stop loss probably just below 50,000.
Yeah.
And then that'll be pretty good risk to reward ratio. And that's it. But obviously not financial advice. But again, like I said, I'd rather time the long from the bottom than time the short and the long, because it's harder to time the short, because there's been market cipher has gone from being the most oversold thing known to man, the most overbought thing, known to man, or Bitcoin has anyway, to now we are probably the most oversold we've been in ages, and we're still in the same range. So it's, regardless of what data I've gone off of, on either end, we haven't really moved.
So we're oversold?
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
Wow.
Our money flow is in negative and going downwards. But we haven't moved, and this is what I always say on streams. Market cipher tells us what direction we're going to go to.
Yeah.
Support and resistance and whatnot, and fair value gaps tell us at what point we're going to, at what price point we're going to reach. So in this case, we've been in this tiny range which I've already marked out, and we've moved between 52,000 and 51.6, which is the range I've marked. So market cipher's gone from the flip side all the way to the positive to the negative, and we've only really moved within the range.
Yeah.
So market cipher's told us we're going to go like up and down.
Yeah.
But not really. It's been really confused.
No.
Market cipher. So because it's been a really confusing time.
Yeah.
So I'd rather not try and time something which is hard to time. I'd rather be sure and get the long in.
This one is for all your OGs out there. It is better to have time in the market than timing the market.
Exactly.
So if you're buying Bitcoin and this is the only bit of non-financial advice I would stress to you, is do not, under any circumstances, sell any Bitcoin for the next 18 months. Not financial advice. You can long and short to your heart's content.
Yeah, hold fine. That Bitcoin.
But Bitcoin
like it's a chart.
Is going to go to a decent six-figure sum in the next 6 or 7 years, depending on your time horizon. If your time horizon is 2030, the prediction is $1 million. That's 5 years and 10 months from now. Is that right? 5 years and 10 months from now. So if you can hold on for the next 5 years and 10 months, you will have 20x'd your money. Anyway, right, let's move on very quickly to the next one.
Sorry, I'm late. Good morning, Michael. Good morning to you, Tariq. I'm glad you could make it.
Tariq, as punishment,
you have to give us $100.
No. You must tell us, and because this was the question at the start of the show that you missed, you must tell us the first 2 cryptocurrencies you bought and when you bought them. That was the start of the show. Mine was Bitcoin and I think Litecoin. Brogan's was Ethereum and Solana. And then one other comment was ADA and ETH. And nobody else joined in, Tariq.
No.
Oh no, Mags joined in. Mags joined in. Right.
I didn't mean to talk about Bitcoin that long. I didn't mean to even look at the chart, but it was just too tempting.
This is the problem. We go into a time vortex with Brogan where we've got 45 minutes for an entire show. And then, you know, like when they go into those kind of things in sci-fi films when your face just gets pulled off to the side, Brogan just absorbs all the time into his chart. It's like, I leave the room today and it's 2027. I've lost 3 years. It's like that Interstellar. 5 minutes in this room with Brogan doing TA is 15 years. 15 years in the real world.
Yeah.
I walk out and people that were his age are now 35 with mortgages and kids. What's next?
VeChain.
VeChain. Now, I know we don't chase tornadoes on this stream. VeChain has pumped massively.
Yeah.
Right. They're going to announce, I know it's really boring. VeChain is so boring. They've announced they've gone like complete sustainability for their blockchain. So just skip over it very briefly at the
VeChain, a blockchain platform focused on supply chain management and enterprise solutions.
Exactly.
What a snooze fest. Is experienced a surge in price and trading volume from all the old people that accidentally clicking it in their little offices in the big buildings, fueled by bullish predictions and anticipation of a major announcement related to environmental sustainability. Woohoo! Yeah. We love environmental sustainability. It makes for so much excitement in crypto. But the statement at the title, because I've literally skipped over it, says VeChain rules top 100 crypto list. Oh, sorry. VeChain rules top 100 crypto list with 67% rally ahead of major announcement.
Yes.
I think that was legible enough.
Joe Flo, I am not going to give you 2 BNB. It is $700. Do you think we are smoking wacky backy? It's not going to happen. Don't ask for 2 BNB in chat. Don't ask for a Bitcoin. Don't ask for Ethereum. It's not going to happen. Right, so we don't need to read any more about that.
No.
The point of the matter is, it doesn't matter if VeChain has a farm of solar panels or a farm of wind farms. Is anybody going to use it? Is it going to make revenue? Is it going to make a profit? Are you going to see an increase in the value of your VET tokens? That is all you should care about.
Yep.
Not, are they going to go around planting trees? It's not their job as a blockchain to go around planting trees. Okay, that's the job of the conservationists. VeChain is supposed to be a blockchain for fulfillment, delivery, supply chains, all of these kind of things. That's what it should be doing, not becoming the greenest blockchain in the world. Of course, we want everything to be green, renewable energy. Of course, we want that. I'm not saying we don't, but you shouldn't see the price pump 40% based on the fact that they've planted an oak tree in a field. And my issue is, don't buy something based on something that isn't going to add value to the blockchain or add value to the token. That's the issue with things like this. We talk about FOMO all the time. We talked about, I think the other week, we talked about a token that had pumped, and it was a $2 billion project. It's a token that rewards people for building AI projects. It doesn't really have a revenue stream that I can see that's going to make significant money. How does the chart look on VeChain? Because as far as I'm concerned, it's going to come straight back down again.
Oh.
Or are you going to tell me it's just going to keep going up?
Well, I think we're soon to bounce off 4359 because we bounced off it about on count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've bounced off it 5 times this price point. I've put a big fat circle over the market cipher, the momentum especially, because we're edging close, so close to the 60 arbitrary number, which is always good to follow off in terms of if a movement is going to be important or not. Obviously, if because some currencies follow the general market movement better than others in terms of what Bitcoin does, etc. Looking at it, it seems a bit ranged right now. I'm looking at market cipher and it's looking a bit dodgy. So it's signifying to me that it could be not following what Bitcoin's doing, but in terms of influenced by something else, which basically means the data which I'm looking at right now based on market cipher isn't actually very good due to what Bitcoin's doing and whatnot. But just based off what the chart I'm looking at right now, if I wasn't to think about Bitcoin, we're very close to looking like rounding out our momentum wave towards a positive movement, which would be bullish. We do have a very negative money flow. It is green, but it's quite very negative. Yeah. But our VWAP is the lowest we've seen in ages, and it's starting to come upwards. And what I always say is that the VWAP is the precursor to the momentum wave, which is the precursor to the money flow. So if VWAP's going upwards, and we're very close to the 60 mark, we can start to see things round outwards. And with that statement, I could probably see ourselves have a bit more movement downwards to again, like I said, 43.59, and then we might bounce off it and then come up to about 5 cents. But if again, this is where this part comes into play. If Bitcoin does this thing, it's gonna crap the bed, and we're gonna come down to probably 3.5 cents.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of blockchain in fulfillment and transportation of goods. I'm just not a fan of the way it's hyped up. And like you say, if it goes to 5 cents, great. If it goes to 3.5 cents, great. But I'm not gonna big up a project that I've never liked. That's my issue. Now, I don't know if you remember this. IBM and Maersk years ago were going to do their own blockchain, because believe it or not, one container that goes from somewhere like China to New York has 25,000 transactions or something like that. And it's just a paperwork nightmare. Blockchain can get rid of all that. Great. I also believe that VET is a Chinese project. Is that right?
Right.
I think it's a Chinese project, so it's an Asian project. So there's going to be a lot of animosity from America towards it anyway. Don't like it. I'm going to put a big fat no on that one.
This is the problem with my TA, and this is why it's good to have my opinion and your opinion, is about projects when we go into talking about it. I just go, I refer back to it all the time on some signals and whatnot. Doing TA, I just look at the chart and the action and what I'm looking at. Yeah. And I always try and point it out to be aware of what the actual project's about and how good is it actually going to be. Because I can look at this data. The data is pointing to me, and it's not evident, but it's looking like we should have movement upwards. Yeah. But again, if the product's naff and there's nothing in it, no one wants it, regardless of if the data says we should go up, if no one is actually buying it, then we're not going to have any movement.
See, the big question for me is, and I've not seen anybody ask this question before, what happens when all of these projects and blockchains run out of money? SUI have got a runway of, I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars. Say have got their cash. Obviously Ethereum and Solana and the big ones, XRP, they're never going to run out of money. But what happens when the top, let's say between 30 and 200 in the top 200 list? What happens when they run out of money? Where do they go? What happens to those projects? What happens if VET runs out of money? How much money do they have to generate to sustain their project? All of these questions should be fundamental to your investment strategy. And I did the same thing 24 years ago when you had all these weird and wonderful internet projects that would come out. Bubble search was a search engine in a bubble. That was its unique selling point. And people would drive around London in bubble cars advertising it. It went out of business the day it went live because it ran out of money. So what happens to these projects when they run out of money? It's not a bad idea to buy into a project, ride it up through the FOMO, through the bull market, and sell and never look at that project again. That's a good strategy. Holding on to a project because you think long-term it's going to do well, great. If it has a revenue model and it has adoption and it's being used and it's making money, fine. But if you've got pie in the sky, well, what we want to do is this, and we've got a 12-year roadmap, we've only got money for 6, they're going to run out of money. And then what happens? Do they do a fundraise? What happens when there's a market correction? Everything comes crashing down and we go into the next recession in 6-7 years' time and there is no money. What happens to the project and the staff? You see it all the time. You're seeing it in mainstream media. In America, they're sacking everybody, making everybody redundant because they cannot continue with the revenue model they've got. That's going to happen in crypto. And what we're going to see, like Brogan will tell you from economics, you have, what's it called? Not contraction, expansion, and then contraction. So what you could see in the next 5 years is a lot of these smaller chains like VeChain moving to Solana or moving to Cardano, or Helium have done it. Helium have moved to Solana. We saw, oh, by the way, I don't know if you weren't on the stream. ApeCoin has now migrated to Arbitrum, which is brilliant because it's a game on a cheap layer 2 now.
That's
right?
good.
Exactly. So you're going to see a lot of these movements. You can go make a coffee if you want. Right. So that's what's going to happen. Just be careful when you invest in something. Have a look at its revenue model. It's important. How is it going to make money? I looked at a game last night. Wagme, Brogan had looked at it. Brogan made a video that timed the top of the coin. It's come down 66%. Everybody's kicking off at him, which is fine. They're entitled to their opinion. But I've looked at the revenue model, and it's a game that hasn't gone live.
The worst thing.
So the point is, don't invest in anything where you can't see how it's going to make money. Next, we're going to run out of time, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Is this the MicroStrategy one?
Help me.
Tariq bought Solana and Litecoin, his first 3 coins, and he sold Solana. Tariq,
when did you sell it?
Not only are you late, but you've sold Solana.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, that's a good strategy. If you sold it at 110, 115, and it does retrace to 101, 102, if Bitcoin corrects, then you could buy back in. That would be a good strategy to do.
But
Tariq is Litecoin. I'm just not a fan of Litecoin. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't see where the project is going. But it's your decision. Next.
Exactly.
What are we on next? What's wrong?
XRP 60 cent. The MicroStrategy.
The menu's not. I've not updated the menu.
Oh, is that why we're talking about Warren on and Tron beats it?
Ignore the menu. It's yesterday's
He
menu.
has one job.
I don't have one job. I've got 60
Honestly.
jobs, and occasionally I miss a few of the jobs
One
out.
job. Single job.
What's
Change
next?
the sidebar. MicroStrategy's Bitcoin success sparked speculation on potential S&P 500 entry.
That's all we need to know.
Please give me TLDR.
Just do MicroStrategy's chart. Where is it
All
going
right.
to go?
This is a world's first.
I was going to build you up then. So we've seen the Oracle predict the future of crypto prices. We've seen the Oracle tell you where Bitcoin and Solana and Cardano is going to go. And now there is going to be a world premiere. The Oracle is going to speak. You need a hat for this, you know that?
Yeah.
You need a hat. The Oracle is now going to tell you about MicroStrategy's potential pumps in the near future, because MicroStrategy has got to such value, it's now going to appear in the S&P 500. So, Brogan, up or down?
What the hell is all this? There's like gaps in
That wasn't the intro. The comment to the intro I was expecting. What's this? I was expecting a big build-up. Is it going down?
No, it's just a bit ugly looking. There's like gaps in the price. Obviously, probably from it's like well, it doesn't matter. Let's have a little look. Okay, so on the 1 hour, okay, well that's good. We had well that's already happened. A fair value gap here. What I like about looking at actual like proper like finance, like stocks, is that it follows a normal. It's more structured, so it actually follows things appropriately. So we had this fair value gap here, which we entered in the midpoint and fell back downwards. I'm trying to look if there's anything interesting. There's a lot of gaps in like stuff. I'm trying to fill in for the gaps. Okay, you know what? More wait, it's easy if I look at Max first. So we've got money flow going downwards.
Yeah.
So we're currently negative. VOP is going upwards though. We do have negative momentum, but we are quite oversold.
Yeah.
But we're not quite at the 60 mark yet, so we still probably have some movement downwards. So considering the fact we probably still have some movement downwards, I'm going to draw a line here. Hold on. There we go. So we've got $648 as a support zone.
Yeah.
Or support area, I should probably say. So what we could see is, let me get the line tool out.
I'm just banning people left, right, and centre at the minute. I've banned about 12 people in the last 2 minutes.
Probably see a movement downwards towards the $650 mark, maybe. And then probably moving back up to $616.
Yeah.
No, $716, sorry. I'm trying to see if there's anything.
So now I'm going to ask you a question about this. This is a proxy Bitcoin stock. So
Right.
what that means is 90%, 95% of the value of this stock is in Bitcoin.
Right.
So if Bitcoin, and it also has an alpha, I can never remember if it's an alpha or a beta. It has an alpha. So if Bitcoin goes down 5%, MicroStrategy will go down 10%. If Bitcoin goes up 5%, you know what I mean? So it kind of magnifies the movement. So whatever
beta number of it. It's not beta, but not.
I can't remember which one it is, but yeah, it's one of them.
I mean, there's obviously I know that's why I like crypto when I look at stocks, because whenever I've glanced at stocks or like forex charts, like what's it called, currency pairs and whatnot. Obviously, I know it's to do with like when markets close and the data and whatnot. There's always gaps in like the bars. Of crypto, it's a constant thing and it's always open. It's always like updating.
Yeah.
But with like for example, in this case, there's gaps here. Like I don't know why did the price teleport. Is there a candle here missing? Is there something I should be looking at?
The market closes on a Friday and opens on a Saturday.
It's like the price opens 10% higher than it did literally a second ago. Maybe we'll go on the 30-minute. Yeah, it's a gap still. I'm just trying. I mean, it's just hard to see if there's anything considerable to look at in terms of.
Don't worry. Let's
price.
move on. Let's move on. You've given the price predictions.
Who's going to be investing in this anyway? In terms of viewers, I mean, obviously they might be able to, but this is a crypto.
Well, up until the middle of January, if you wanted exposure to Bitcoin, you had the choice of buying Grayscale, buying Riot, or something like that, which is a mining stock, or buying MicroStrategy. They were your three ways to get into Bitcoin, because you can't buy Bitcoin if you're a company and whatever, put it in your pension fund. So now we don't really have that. MicroStrategy is still going to do multiples in the bull run. MicroStrategy's stock is going to be at $3,000 in the next 2 or 3 years, isn't it? Right, what's next? Because I think we're running out of time.
Uniswap. I think I already drew some, so we have to look at this too long.
So this is about Uniswap version 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uniswap V4 launch featuring hooks tentatively set for Q3. Quick take. Uniswap version 4 protocol. The Uniswap version 4 protocol launch is tentatively scheduled for Q3 this year. Launch timing depends on Ethereum's Dencon upgrade in March and subsequent security audits. V4 aims for a more modular structure. V4 aims for a more modular structure of hooks for customizing liquidity pools. Awesome. Let's go to the chart. I think I moved the. Oh wait, it doesn't actually. The sidebar doesn't matter.
The sidebar does not match what we're talking about today, but that doesn't matter. We can just carry on regardless. Remember, if you're new here while Brogan is talking, smash the like button, give us a follow, and say hello in chat. That's all we ask of you.
It's basically right. I've already drawn. Okay, I'm going to go on the 4 hour because it doesn't actually look too accurate here.
We've got rid of most of the spammers, I think. So I'm going to put my phone down for a bit.
Got a bold flag.
Where's the sound effects?
Oh, I hit the TV.
Where's the sound effects? That would be so funny if the TV landed on you during the stream.
It hurt my head.
Play some sound effects. You've got this box, you never use it for anything.
I don't even know if they can hear it. I have to mute the decibel audio because things come in thrice.
So we're the only people that hear that.
I think so. That's the thing. I think that's why I don't use them. I don't know if it works properly. Anyway, we've got this bull flag. The bull flag, generally bounces 3 times. So we've got it normally has a boom, boom, and a boom. So we've gone 1, 2, 3. So we need to come to the downside, go to about $7.23, and then break above and come up. So that's why I have a little thing here, a long position thing, and the open or the price at $7.458 is just a bit above the bottom of the flag. So if you were to put a limit in, let's say, if you weren't watching the price, in case, obviously it could always wick, but I'm looking at the price action within this flag. It doesn't really look like it wicks very far. So the reason why the prices are just a bit higher than the flag is to account for if we haven't actually broken up the flag. I think, is it 66% time flags and stuff like this happen?
67%, 66%.
Something like that. Yeah. So, it doesn't always have to happen. Or it doesn't always happen. So that's why I've accounted for the fact that you don't have to enter right now and it could go wrong. Obviously, if it does go wrong, the downside is probably $7. As some significance is telling us, we've roughly got $6.98. Roughly is where our support point is. So $7. So if you were to long at this position, let's say, obviously you could put your stop loss. Even if you had your stop loss at this support point, you'd still have a ratio of 1.65. But I put it just a bit below at the bottom of the flag, at the bottom of this bounce here, which will give you a 3.3 risk to reward going to the top of. Obviously, I drew, and what was a nice thing to draw when looking at this this flag was the pole area here of this constant movement upwards. Putting it to the top of the flag, it was exactly to the 2% area of our resistance point at $8.25. So there's about if you use this setup or this risk reward ratio, it's about a 3.3 with a 10.5% moving upwards. Obviously, again, if it does follow. Obviously, if markets are bad, then it might not. But again, like I say, you always have to account for the fact it's 66% of the time these kind of play out. Yeah. But quickly looking at market cipher, it's kind of going to be our VWAP's going downwards, money flow's going downwards. Money flow might start to arc downwards as well, which is just kind of telling us we should start to go down to the bottom of the flag. So the market cipher can't really tell us too much because it's not telling us there's a flag incoming or anything. It's basically informing us that we should see our price come down, which makes sense in terms of this flag setup. So that's kind of what I see for Uniswap. It's on the 4 hour, by the way, as well.
Perfect. Right, I'm going to give you not a trading strategy. I'm going to give you a buying and selling idea for Uniswap. Uniswap makes its fees from people. It's a decentralized exchange, and people make trades through it. Now, if Bitcoin, if Ethereum is at $12,000 and it's taking 0.1% of the transaction, Uniswap's revenue from today to whenever will go up 4x. The price will then follow. So Uniswap is a good, for me anyway, my personal opinion, buying Uniswap halfway through the bull run to catch that revenue pump and the value and appreciation of Uniswap, that's when I would be looking to buy Uniswap, and I would sell a couple of months after the top. That's what I would be looking for Uniswap, and you should see huge gains because, like I say, they take a fraction of every transaction. If that transaction goes up in value 5 times, their revenue goes up in value 5 times, and therefore the value of their project should go up 5 times. That's how I would trade any kind of DEX. Jupiter is identical. The only thing with Jupiter now is it needs to catch up with Uniswap, so it needs to do a 4 or a 5x. Then in the bull run, Jupiter is going to make bags and bags of cash from people transacting on it, so it will have another pump from that. And then the best time to sell Jupiter or Uniswap or any coin like that, for me, is just after the end of the bull run. Is that the last thing we've got?
Huh?
Is that the last segment?
I believe so.
Whiff.
Yes, whiff.
We've got whiff to go.
Oh, you know what? We actually did it, kind of. So I'm looking at dupe.
Okay. We need to move on. It's midday.
It's fine.
You're saying it's fine. We're 15 minutes late and we haven't done all the articles. It's not fine.
One article.
It's the opposite of fine. If we lived in
It's not the
Germany,
opposite
if
of
we
fine.
lived in Germany now, we'd be really mad with each other.
Why?
Because the Germans love efficiency and we are not efficient.
Well, no. Well, you didn't know Sidebar. Someone's dog with hat to $1. X-Arc Invest crypto lead explains why. Oh, I don't...
Arc Invest. So Arc Invest, which is the thing that Cathy Wood owns, that's got its own ETF now. And they shouldn't be commenting on me.
The one who say Bitcoin's going to go to what now?
She says like it's going to go to $11 trillion next week.
Okay.
She's got an ETF that she wants you to buy. So she's like a used car salesperson. And she's like, yeah, it's going to be $1 million next week. Buy my ETF. Yeah. I'm going to give away free Bitcoin with every pot of coffee. Buy my ETF. No, she's not like that. She's a very, very good. She's probably one of my top 2 or 3 people in crypto in terms of promoting it. Michael Saylor's up there, but he's like a Bitcoin maxi. Vitalik was asked the other day what his top chat up line was, and he nearly melted on stage. He literally trembled on stage. Like the woman said to him, "So what's your best chat up line?" And he went, like that. I thought, you don't ask a lizard man what his favourite chat up line is, do you? Do you like newts? Right. What's WIF going to do then?
Let's have a look.
So WIF is another meme coin on the Solana. Is it on the Solana blockchain? It is, isn't it? It's on Solana. Yeah. I've never talked about this token because there's just too many meme coins at the minute.
Guys,
some of them survive.
It's going up. It's going to go up. Maybe. I think. Hold on. I'm kind of just talking as I'm drawing.
It sounds like a conservative, isn't it? It's going to go up, maybe. Hang on a minute. Typical politician. Straight answer. Curved using black holes and gravity.
Let's see.
So yeah, I've only got room for so many meme coins on here. We've got Ponk, we've got Bonk, we've talked about SNEC in the past on the Cardano blockchain. We've talked about the one I have avoided talking about because it's too rude is on the Avalanche blockchain, which is Coke, C-O-Q, Inu.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about that on here.
Investment opportunity. Stop waffling.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice. Investment opportunity for myself. I'm talking to myself here. I'm not talking to any of you. Okay.
You could just get to spectate. Wink, wink. Market cipher. Money flow up, VWAP up. Momentum. So close to crossing up to the positive. We are oversold, but not at the 60 mark, which is why I don't like. We have a order block at the top at about 42.3 cents. We are literally at a support point right now. So obviously you can vary this, but if you were to long right now, you'd get 50. If it was to reach where we think it's 15% profit. I've put the stop loss just at the bottom of the minus 2% below the support point we have right now, which is about 34.2 cents, which will give you about a 2.06 risk reward ratio. I try to keep it 2 and above. Obviously, you can make this a bit smaller and put it to the actual support point, and it'll be 3.09 if you want a higher risk reward ratio.
I have no idea what any of this means, so I'm with you guys.
So you could probably put it at the 1% mark, which will give you a 2.5% risk reward ratio, which is even better. So yeah, I think we could see a movement upwards for with Dog with Hat, because we can see, like, we've gone up, hit a price point, gone down, moving upwards, gone down, moving upwards, gone down. It's only fair we go up. So let me.
What's the market cap of Dog with Hat? Is it like, are we talking, because the question I've always got about these coins is they hit $150 million and then they struggle to break it. SNEC did the same thing. So when you break above $150 million, you can go into the same kind of category as Bonk and Pepe and things like that, see? But you tend to bounce off the market cap. It's very strange how it happens, but you bounce off the market cap. So I was just wondering, do you want me to go and look it up?
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
I can go on. Come on.
No. You carry on with your chart. I'm going to go and look it up. We're going to go and see what the market cap is of Dog with Hat. By the way, what is this meme, by the way? Because I don't know this meme. I am old.
It's a dog. It's a dog with a hat.
Right. Number one, I know it's a dog with a hat because it's called Dog with Hat. But who's Dog with Hat? Is it somebody famous?
I think is it like Taylor Swift's dog or something?
Yeah.
Know your meme, the best place. Let's go look. All right, Dog with Hat. Is it not going to explain the meme? That's nice. Thank you. Uh,
47 cents seems to be resistance on this coin. The market cap is $364 million, so it's broken up through that 150 million range. So where could it possibly go to? Do you think you could do a 2x, maybe?
for what? Sorry.
It's got a $364 million market cap.
Uh-huh.
So what's important to me is, and we talk about it all the time, if it did a 10x, that would be $3.6 billion market cap.
Right, yeah.
It's never going to happen for a meme coin.
No.
Not at this stage of the market. It will, of course, in the bull run. So where could it go to is my question. If you put $100 in today, what could you sell it on a month's time if it pumps? Maybe you get a 2x on it, maybe a 3x. Is it going to hit $1 billion? Might hit $1, that would be a 2x. So that's what I try to look at. And then you've got to say to yourself, is it worth risking that amount of money on a meme coin? That would be my next step, if you like. So whose dog is dog with hat?
It's some like Fortnite player's dog.
Right.
Something.
Next. We don't need to know any more about
Wait,
dog with hat.
clicking off it.
I've had enough of dog
So
with
yeah,
hat.
so what you talking about like 600? Oh, you're talking about 600 mil is like the max you see for meme coins.
So $150 million is a line in the sand that a meme coin has got to pass. And at that point, you start to see it appearing on bigger exchanges.
Yeah.
Right. Under 150 million, it's like on tier 2, tier 3 exchanges. Then it goes on to bigger exchanges, and then it gets all that extra liquidity. It happened to Bonk. Bonk absolutely ripped all the way up to Coinbase. Now, this is at 364 million, and my comment is, can it hit $1? And do I agree with the article? For once, yes, it could hit $1. But then where does it go? Because that would put it at a $740 million market cap.
Right.
Is it $1 billion project for a meme coin?
No, I don't think it has what it takes.
No, it's just a meme coin. You know,
No.
Bonk did very well, and it's now built out. SHIB done very well, built out. Dogecoin has sat in its dog bed, in its doghouse, waiting for Elon Musk to go and get it for the last 6 years. It's done nothing. Pepe, massive run up. All of these coins have shot up to 1.5 billion market cap and then just fallen away. And the problem is, I don't want people watching this thinking they can just buy a meme coin and expect to make 200% profit on it.
No. Yeah,
You know?
no.
Like you're saying, what is it, a 15% move up?
I think so. Yeah.
15% move up would put it at, 1 second, let me work it out. 15% move up would put it at 400, and it would still wouldn't be a $500 million cap. So for me, it could do another 30%.
Yeah. I mean, well, to be fair, the max we've seen is about 28.29%, but we've got this big fat order block in our way,
Yeah.
which just tells me we're going to bounce off. This is huge, like equal width or equal height candles, not the wick, but the candles themselves.
Yeah.
Is normally what forms an order block. Is when you've got equal movement upwards and downwards, or downwards and upwards.
Yeah.
Of the price. Obviously, like we talk about, you know, if it was to cross this order block, we could probably enter back into it and see ourselves go towards 55 or whatever this price is over here, 53, 184. But you know, currently, I don't think we'll have one movement and we'll break it immediately. I think we're gonna see, you know, I think we're gonna bounce off the bottom of the order block. So the max I'm gonna see is 15. The max I will say is 42.3 cent is where you'll put your take profit. Stop loss, that can vary. You can put it if you put it at the 1% mark, because with some significance, and why I like it so much is the way it forms the areas is it will print out the dotted line, which is the actual price we reached. But there's something magical about a 2% padding on the support and resistance areas.
Yeah.
Which is just something I always follow for me personally. So you can put it at the 1% below the support point. So if we basically start to break below it, because you know since we broke above this resistance point, which is now support, we haven't once reached below. We've bounced off of the support, but not reached below it. So you know if we start to reach below it, you know we're in a bad situation. So you know you could put it at this position. We'd get a 2.5, 3 risk to reward, which is pretty good when looking for trades. So I think this is a decent trade. Obviously, the momentum is looking really close to crossing to the upside. Money flow is consistently going upwards. VWAP still going upwards, getting close to crossing over. Obviously, this will take a longer period of time. We're on the 4 hour.
Yeah.
But as I always say, these arrows aren't time based. You know, It might take longer, it might take shorter, but I think we might see a movement upwards for dogs. So I might reinvest. I mean, I've been pretty profitable with dogs before.
Don't forget though, all of this, and anybody watching this needs to remember, if Bitcoin drops, everything goes with it.
Yeah.
You got to remember, Bitcoin's 52% of the market. If Bitcoin corrects 2 or 3%, dog with hat is going to retrace 15%. If Bitcoin crabs for the next week, 5 days, dog with hat will follow Brogan's pattern, the Oracle's pattern, sorry.
Yeah.
If Bitcoin drops, then everything that we're saying is null and void. And that's one thing you have to bear in mind with all the prices we predict. It's very rare, but it happens that one coin will pump out of a Bitcoin correction. It does happen. It happens every time. You'll see 1 or 2 coins rip 20% when Bitcoin corrects. But on the whole, the market corrects with Bitcoin. And that's what you got to bear in mind, because people will sell to Bitcoin. They'll sell to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's down 5%. I can make a profit on that. I'll sell my meme coins and buy Bitcoin. Meme coins are the first ones to go, then your other layer ones, then it goes to Bitcoin. So meme coins are the first thing to get it in the neck. Right?
Yeah.
Is that it for
I think that's it.
our show?
Finally, I think it is, yeah.
Well, should we see what the time is? We might
Yeah,
have time for a few questions. You never know. Are you keeping an eye on chat?
Yeah, I'm flashing between.
I've been trying to ban as many people as possible, and every time I put my phone down, they come back and absolutely hammer the chat with
Someone's
comments.
mad at me. I speak too fast.
Who's mad at you?
Orhun KSK. So 2 people be mad at me for speaking too fast. It's okay.
Somebody's asked about CKB. I do not know.
Is that a coin? Let me go look.
Yeah, he's really mad at you.
Very mad at me.
You got to remember, okay, I put time constraints on him and he's trying to get as much information. What you could do is you could watch the stream back in slow motion.
Yeah, that's something you could do.
And that would be something you could do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people we know, they watch crypto videos. They watch them at, 1.2 or 1.5 speed just to get through the information. If you can't understand him, I would suggest we slow him down. Somebody, War Master Seat has asked for Zen Network. Take your pick. Which one do you want to look at?
I'm on CKB right now.
You look at CKB and then Zen, and then I will ask some crypto questions. So remember, if you are new here, smash the like button, smash the follow button, and I'm going to ask a few crypto questions in chat. And hopefully you can understand me, because I'm old. Most of my brain cells have died over the last few years, and I'm just slow in general. So let me ask you some crypto questions that are easy for you to understand. And this question I'm going to ask every day until we get 50 correct answers. And I think I've asked this every day this week. So let's give this a go. Remember, you have to type the answer as I have put it into the question. Can't say any easier than that. If you type lowercase April, lowercase June, you're not going to win. Here we go. Also, I think you speak at the same rate as Frankie Candles. I don't think you speak any slower or faster than Frankie Candles.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's what's it called? Not being used to people speaking that fast.
When is the Bitcoin halving then? April or June? April or June. Just type April or June and you will win some beautiful SHIB. If you are watching us on YouTube, we stream on Binance. There is a link underneath. Take you to Binance. Follow the link. Follow Crypto Warehouse on Binance. We stream 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. I do rest on Sundays these days. I used to stream 7 days a week, but I do need a break. By Saturday's show, I'm tired and I ache. That's my problem. 22 correct answers. I cannot believe people are typing April and June in lowercase when I specifically said capital A, capital J. That shows how much they listen to me, even when we speak slowly. 30 people, 30 of you have got this right. That is shocking. Who's got that one right that we know? Jim Bones. That's a nice name, isn't it?
Jimbo's, yeah, it's good.
I wonder if he's connected to his jam bones. Abu Murad, I think. I'm apologising profusely if I've ruined your name. I don't try to ruin people's names on the stream. Sawans, Anonymous, Bebo, Benji, Titans, War Master C has got that right. Tulis, Coin, Cash Coin, Jose, well done. Tariq, one big today. Cyberpunk Mary is here, and Cyberpunk Danny. We have the family in the house. I hope you enjoyed Valentine's Day this week. In fact, I hope you all enjoyed Valentine's Day this week. Next question for you. And remember, we are not paid to do these streams. These streams are off our own back. So we are never going to make you rich with our giveaways. But Wednesday night, have you got the Binance Live page there?
No. Oh, hold on.
Actually, you can bring up YouTube if you want. It's on YouTube. Our YouTube live thing is on there as well. So if you bring that up while I ask the next question, I want to show people the
Bring up on the screen.
Yeah, go to our YouTube channel, go to live, and then bring up the SWGTAMA, and then I'll talk a little bit about that.
I'm drawing a chart.
You've been drawing charts all stream.
I know, but I'm doing it still.
And people still don't understand what you're saying because you speak too quickly, according to
That's why I've stopped speaking.
according
so
to
that we
Ogra.
can, like, allow people to absorb what I'm doing on the screen.
All right, next question. Okay, next question then. Remember, type the answer as I have put it into the question. So VET, we've just covered it. Is VET a meme, coin, or a utility token? Just type meme or utility into chat. All you got to do. Can't say fairer than that. Have you got it up yet? Is it on the screen?
No, it's not. Given a three option situation right now. All right, I'll bring it up. Let me search Crystal Warehouse on Google. And the first thing which will appear, or technically the first thing. Oh, I'm bringing it up then.
So go to live, and then you'll see the SWGT.
Yes.
Okay, so bring that up. Okay, perfect. I can have a talk about that now, yeah? You're not going to move?
No.
Okay. Next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central European Time, we are going to do a live AMA with this token. We're going to talk to them. We're going to go through tokenomics, the white paper, everything. On the show, you will have to do two things to enter the giveaway. One, you need to join their airdrop page, whatever you want to call it, form. And number two, you will need to comment on our YouTube chat. We would accept Binance chat, but you scammers out there are ruining it for everybody. And unless I sit here constantly looking at chat, you flood it with your nonsense links. So to enter, you'll need to go to their airdrop page and enter it. You will be able to possibly get an airdrop. And then you need to comment in our YouTube chat, just type done or hello or whatever it might be, and Brogan will enter you. There will be 5 prizes. 5 $10 prizes given away, and we will send it to your Binance ID. So if you're watching on YouTube, you need to have a Binance account. If you're already on Binance, we will give you details on the night of how to get in touch with me, and I will send you the $10. That's it. We're not asking for your blood or a sample of your DNA. You just go to this form, fill it out, email address, enter their airdrop, go to our YouTube channel, enter. It should take you 2 minutes. That's all you've got to do. So that's next Wednesday. Brogan's going to go back to the chart. I'm going to go back to the quiz.
Switch camera a bit because I'm appearing. Okay.
That better?
No, just move it. Like, don't just twist it. Well, I probably should have said, like, drag it along a bit and twist it so you're not too in centre still.
There.
Yeah, and then a bit more that way.
We're at the end of the
There you
stream.
go.
I don't care.
I know, but yeah, I'll just arrange it.
Right. You know, it could be pointing at the top of my head, and I wouldn't mind. Eagle Wings, Zadov, Asgarli, Zenaku, There's too many names. I don't know why I'm trying to pick the hardest names in the chat. Harshad Meta. There we go. Tariq won again. Tariq's 2 for 2, by the way. Walid or Hunks. Sub-Zero is here. Mags is here. Warmaster C. Tornike. Well done. Solo Sky is also here.
All right. So I've put on the screen the chart, 3 options.
Okay.
If it basically is like if Bitcoin doesn't move, we don't move. If Bitcoin fall, we fall. If Bitcoin go up, we also go up.
Okay. By the way, the answer was utility. Right, we're only going to do 2 more questions and then we're going to call it a day because it's now nearly 25 past 12. I've been here in this room for 6.5 years because remember, like I said, Brogan twists gravity and reality around him when he does these. Everything floats when Brogan looks at the charts. That's what people don't understand. I'm in the presence of a true magician. He's called the Oracle. He's not just given a nickname. He is the Oracle. You know, if you come from Tibet and you believe in the Dalai Lama, you know they're reincarnated. Brogan is the reincarnation of an oracle. Yeah. He can predict the future sometimes. Next question. Let me think of an easy one. Now, every once in a while, I will mention this man on chat, and that is the late, great CZ. He's not dead, but of course, he is no longer with us in the realm of Binance. He did wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day, which was very nice of him. CZ used to have a number for FUD, and he would hold up his hand, and he would have a number on his hand. All you need to do is tell me what the number is. Is it number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Just type that number into chat and you've won. What was CZ's number for FUD? Easiest question I could possibly think of. I'm expecting him to come back at some point. Once Gary Gensler has gone, once the SEC has changed, probably when we've got a Republican Party, I expect CZ to make some kind of return. But I also do predict that Vitalik will no longer be allowed to be the head of Ethereum, the Ethereum Foundation, if the Ethereum ETF is to be approved. If you think about it, they removed CZ and then approved the Bitcoin ETF. They're going to remove Vitalik because he's the big target in Ethereum. They're going to remove him and then they're going to approve the Ethereum ETF. That's the way I think it's going to go because there is some evidence that Ethereum may have been up to no good some years ago. Okay, so who has won? Shakib, well done. Captain Nazacell, Mano, Tariq again. Fran got taken out by the RNG monkey. Sub-Zero. Jim Bones has won again. Trust Trader Nepal.com. I take it that's your website that you've put as your username. Very nice. I can't spell that, by the way. I'd never go there. Warmaster C got taken out by the RNG monkey again. Cyberpunk Mary won. A lot of people won then. I can't read you all out, I'm afraid. Captain Nasser, you are most welcome. It is, of course, the number 4. That is CZ's number for FUD. Right, do you want to talk about the chart for 30 seconds before I ask the next question? Or do you want me to give you another couple of minutes?
I mean, I've got it up. So I'm on to Zen now.
This is for Warmaster C.
Yeah, Warmaster C.
Shout out to Warmaster C. I think he's turned up to every show this week. So 6 shows this week.
Money flow got up, VWAP got up, momentum got up as well. And we weren't like oversold or anything. Yeah. But we're going up. So very positive. Or not very, because the momentum hasn't really moved too much, but still technically positive on the market so far. We are above 8. We're literally at a support point right now. We're just above it. So if you long, the price has just gone down a bit. But if you long the position I have, and go up to the order block, which is like right here, you'll have a 2.67 risk to reward ratio. Obviously, you might need to do a slight bit of leverage on this because the percentage isn't anything crazy. So in terms of investing, obviously if you hold it, obviously it's going to go up. I think it's going to go up. But if you were to like long or try and get futures on this, then you need probably a slight bit of leverage on this because it's not going to move to you know, it's not like it's high percentage movements. But regardless, it's still a 2.67 risk reward movement. Obviously, you can alter the stop loss wherever you want. This is just a suggestion. But yeah.
Perfect. Right. Last question. This is the last question of the show. I've given you both options in the question. You have to type the answer as I've put it into the question. If you put it in lowercase, you're not going to win. What is Brogan's nickname? Is it Oracle with a capital O or Guru with a capital G? Is it Oracle or Guru?
While you put that in, there's Adan Udas says, please, I need help. I need $10. I am starting. Well, we're doing a giveaway.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
What a look. You see that? What a segue that was.
Yeah.
That's professional right there.
That's professional. I saw $10. I thought, what else is $10? Well, we're doing a giveaway on Wednesday. So if you do want the chance to get $10 and it actually be, you know, real, then do come along to that giveaway.
Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central European Time. And if you need to ask us questions, we never mention this on the stream. We have a Telegram group. All the details are down below the video. You can come on Telegram. We will review your portfolio for you. We will look at projects for you. If you've got tokens you want us to look at, we will look at those tokens. If you've got any general related crypto questions, we'll help you out. We've got our YouTube channel. Link is in the description below. Make sure you join our YouTube channel because we're going to be streaming on Binance and YouTube next Wednesday, and you're going to need to enter your name on our YouTube stream because the Binance stream has been ruined by spammers.
Yep.
So you need to go over there, enter your name, and we'd love to do it straight through Binance, but the problem is if Brogan misses a name out or so many people spam the chat, how is he ever going to keep a record of the messages? He can't. Yep. And then you guys will get upset. So all you got to do is go to YouTube, put your name in, and you'll be entered into the competition.
Another problem with Binance is if you move the chat, it refreshes the entire thing. And
exactly,
all the
and we lose them all. And also one very important thing: if you turn up at 7:45 or 7:50 and say, "Am I too late?" Yes, you are. We're going to put a countdown on the screen.
Yeah,
45-minute countdown from the start of the stream. And when that countdown ticks down to 0, you will not be able to enter the competition because it's not fair on everybody else. So you've got 45 minutes from 7 p.m. on Wednesday to enter, and then the draw will be done at 7:45, 7:50, something like that. And we're going to give away 5 prizes, $10 each, paid to you on your Binance ID. So we need your Binance ID to pay you on Wednesday. That's it. I am done. Lots of people got this right. Of course, it's Oracle. 44 people knew it was Oracle. Who got that one? Fran got that one right. Again, Tariq got that one right. Tariq's walking off with a huge bag of SHIB today. Say that for nothing. Who else got that one right? Eagle Wings, Cyberpunk Mary again. Eagle Wings got taken out by the RNG Monkey. Fanny Khan. Misiku Sub-Zero won again. War Master C won again. Cyberpunk Danny. Emima is here. Mags is here. Right, we are done. We are finished. Thank you, everybody, for participating in the show today. If you are a spammer and you've been spamming links, please leave the channel. I never want to see you again. Go away. Hemza, you're banned. I will quite happily sit here and ban people forever because you're ruining it for everybody else.
Yeah, one day we're going to have a permanent management feature.
Yeah.
And that is the day which will ruin your life.
Yeah, right, we're done. We need to go. It's now 12:30. We've been here for an hour and a half. We've overrun the show.
Yeah.
I am going to drop a comment to Winbox. And we're done. Anything you want to add? Briefly add.
That's what I'll do the outro.
Briefly do the outro.
I'll speak slower there because then everyone can understand what's going on. So, thank you everybody for spending, let me check how long.
An hour and 30 minutes.
Hour and 36 minutes and 37 seconds with us on the stream. Spending time out of your day to watch us, provide, I don't know, some content. Hopefully the trading TA was good. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Hopefully it was fun. I think we provided a good show, because there's people who are really good at TA, and might not be as fun. And there's, obviously there's fun crypto streamers who might not be the most technical people. So hopefully we provide a good middle ground for everybody.
We've got the best of both worlds. We've got my terrible dad jokes, and your TA.
Exactly. What else? I mean, I don't think you don't stream on Sundays.
Absolutely not. I'm going to be in bed tomorrow, sleeping.
So Monday in the morning, Mike will be live, so you can go join him then. And then in the afternoon, about 8 to 9, I will be streaming Simple Signals, where you that's the indicator, where you can come along and suggest coins for you to look at. I will look at the general coins like Ethereum, Bitcoin, and whatnot. But if you want any coins covering which haven't been covered today, or you just want something in general, or you think about anything, then do come along. I will be posting the exact times and links in Telegram, so do go to the descriptions of wherever you are watching the stream. And I've realised the camera's not actually on the full screen, so do go join the Telegram to get the link and whatnot. And he's doing his oh so fun for the 8th time forever, getting up off the chair and turning all the lights off. So if you did enjoy, hopefully you did enjoy, please like, subscribe, press everything other than the leave button, as our common phrase is. I think that's pretty much everything. I unfortunately am heavily distracted out from my outro, from everything is moving around me.
Your outro takes forever.
I think that's it. I think, just join Wednesday as well. 2 things: join Telegram and join on Wednesday. That's it. Thank you. See you. Goodbye.
Come on, 50.
you